was about to say Grand Rising, but I was gonna sound real stupid. But good evening, hello. I hope y'all had a great day. I hope y'all enjoy y'all Saturday. I had to work this morning, but I mean, shit, I'm here now, and I want to get into this Gemini energy. If you are from my big old family, what up, though? You already know the vibes with us. But if you are new to my channel, then hey, I'm Naya. Shit. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, share, put me in y'all group chats, like. Just do what you gotta do, okay? But let's go ahead and get into this energy for Gemini. And I actually want to start with some angel messages here, actually, for Gemini. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. All right, so the first one that I have, Gemini, is take responsibility for your actions, the things you have and have not done. So when I say have not done, I mean that in the sense of like if you desire to have a certain thing but you haven't applied a certain amount of discipline behind it, you have to take accountability for the fact that where you want to be is, far away because of your current actions or whatever. Like I say that to mean it like that. But take responsibility for your actions. Can I get a few more here for Gemini, please? Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. The second one that I have here is give without expectation. Take responsibility for your actions and give without expectation. I feel like somebody might need to realize or may need to accept that they could have played themselves or that maybe involving themselves in something or doing a certain thing or whatever. They kind of like played themselves a little bit. Rather be you going against your intuition or you just not, I don't know, like not paying attention enough or whatever the case is. The next one that I have here is have an attitude of gratitude. Have an attitude of gratitude. I don't know why I feel like this, but I feel like somebody should be happy that something did not work out. Even like when it comes down to certain things that we think we want, we don't always know. We don't really always know how things can manifest themselves later. But I feel like somebody should be happy that something did not work out or that something is just not like meant to be or whatever because you could have saved yourself from who knows, who knows. Let me get a few here for Gemini. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. The first one that I have here for you, Gemini, it says, see with your heart. The time is now to hear the messages. See with your heart. The time is now to hear the messages. Can I get one more here? This is, I feel like also, too, this is coming for Gemini. Somebody needs to trust their intuition more. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Somebody needs to trust their intuition a little bit more or stop second guessing themselves or stop doubting themselves. I have here, it says, it is safe to let go. You are surrounded by love. It is safe to let go. You are surrounded by love. And then it says, breathe love into your life. Remind yourself to breathe. So when it comes down here too, now you have here, give without expectation, take responsibility for your actions, and have an attitude of gratitude. Don't allow anxiety or don't allow certain emotions to trigger anxiety or to allow you to be in an overthinking space. I don't know how else to explain it. Hopefully it come out a little bit better as I keep going, but I'm gonna start off there. It says, stay the course. You are moving in the right direction. See with your heart. The time is now to hear the messages. It is safe to let go. You are surrounded by love. And then breathe love into your life. Remind yourself to breathe. I feel like it's safe to start over as well. Stay the course. You are moving in the right direction. Even if that direction sometimes seems lonely or misunderstood. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. The first one I have here, Gemini, says, first quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. Unleash your kindest self. Let me get one more for divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini, please. I'm gonna try not to be too long, but I mean, shit, it is what it is. Whatever needs to come out, gonna come out. Unleash your kindest self. I feel like this has something to do with yourself, though, Gemini. Unleashing your kindest self to you, or at least the kind or the parts that you give away, you need to apply that to you. The next one that I have here is attend to the details. Last quarter moon in Virgo. I also feel like too, Gemini, assess the situation as well. Make sure that you have all the facts, or make sure that you have, how I want to say this. Don't put yourself in a situation to whereas like you've sacrificed yourself, or you have put yourself in a position to whereas you're giving a lot of time to something that doesn't add to you or benefit to you. But unleash your kindness self, attend to the details. So I feel like also too, shadow work as well. If you are somebody who has thought about doing that, or if you have heard about it, whatever, but it's just tapping into those parts of you, or really getting down to the bullshit, or handling or dealing with the things that you may not have wanted to, or the things that shit that can hurt your feelings, certain truths about yourself, whatever the case is. But doing your shadow work, reflecting. Let me get some, I want to get some earth oracles here for divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. First one I have here, I have run with wolves and transform with raven. So I feel like also too, Gemini, building up a tougher skin for yourself, and also as well as fucking with people that are like-minded. But transform with raven here, and then run with wolves. I feel like somebody is learning how to better take care of their heart, or how to better maybe like navigate and move in certain situations or whatever. Like whether be a way that you could protect yourself, or you not giving so much of yourself, or not allowing certain things anymore. But I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know how else to explain it. But I feel like the way that somebody gives their heart or gives their love away has changed. Let me get some herbal oracles here for divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Unleash your kindest self and attend to the details. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. The first one I have here is Kava Kava community. So when I got this run with wolves here, how I was talking about as far as you fucking with like-minded people, let me get one more here before I read this out for divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Yeah, and then I have ginseng magician. So Kava Kava community and ginseng magician. So somebody also too could be like building a spiritual community, or they are someone who, you got a few people that y'all do certain things together, or whatever the case is. But I feel like manifesting above anything else. I feel like Gemini manifesting. I want to read these out to you. You were told to, what did it say? Hold on a second, Gemini. You were told to breathe love into your life. Remind yourself to breathe. So yes, as far as like you manifesting, you ushering things in, you bringing stuff into your own reality. I've told you in previous readings, Gemini, to watch what you say. And I wasn't saying that on no like other shit. When I say watch what you say, it's because your words, your being, you have power. So when it comes down to you having things in your life that you don't like, check your vibration, or check what you're saying about yourself or your situation, because you've created that. So change the way that you talk to be able to get the shit that you want. But this community and magician, I feel like somebody is manifesting maybe partnerships, or maybe manifesting stronger bonds, or better friendships, or whatever the case is. But let me read this out. So Kava Kava community says celebration, kinship with tribe, community, friendship, union, finding your chosen family. It says here that Kava's energy moves through our nervous system like a butterfly, relaxing, widening, and assisting us in surrendering. It says, although you might be amid an important moment in your life, remember that you don't have to do it alone. When you widen your circles intentionally, you receive support from the universe and others to join you on the path. To fully draw upon medicine, it says it gently invites us to observe our position in the community in this moment. Are you a protector, creator, connector, or visionary? And how does that correlate this moment in your life alongside your personal evolution? Egg, caterpillar, cocoon, or butterfly. Oftentimes, finding your purpose within your community and the parallels with your inner journey can provide great relief and meaning. So this could be a reflection for somebody's spiritual journey as well. So I feel like also too, Gemini, you might just be in the space of building you back up, taking care of you, loving on yourself, healing yourself from the inside out, building boundaries as well. Like I said too, manifesting. So Gemini, you could be getting a lot more serious on your life, or the next steps, or what you want to do, or how you want to go about certain shit. I don't know how else to explain it, so I'm going to say it like that and leave it there. But let's go ahead and go on to this last one, ginseng magician. It says here, master manifestor. boundless energy, potential, resourcefulness, expansion. It goes on to say here, ginseng, like the magician in the tarot, embodies the wizardry and brilliance. You are a master manifestor, and now is the time to sow the seeds of your dreams to bring your intentions to fruition. It goes on to say that the tools, skills, and wisdom you've gathered have led you to this moment. Ginseng's unique signature waits reminds you to keep a clear vision consistently unmotivated by ego, status, money, and vanity. It says to manifest a deeply powerful and creative light in alignment to your higher self. Reverse ginseng reminds you not to fall into the trap of empty intentions just because of the obsessive focus on the end result. Deeply listen and realize to the wizard within and act solely with intention and for the greater good. Act solely with intention. You were told here to see with your heart, and the time is now to hear the messages. Your intention. What's your why? You were told here to attend to the details. I was talking about that shadow work, Gemini. Doing shadow work, getting deep, figuring out whether it be a part of your shadow work be, your intentions or whatever it is. Why do you want to do something? What is like, and don't get stuck in the realm of ego. What does it say? Money, vanity, ego, like, let's go ahead and keep going. I actually want to get a couple starseed oracles here for you, Gemini. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. I'm gonna try to do a couple more readings tonight. I'm going bowling tonight because y'all know I'm just that dating girl now, whatever. But I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna try to come back tonight. Hopefully I can. I'm gonna try to. All right. So I have wait. It says it's not yet time. Things are being woven. So Gemini, you may need to be patient with something. Wait. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. You got perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. What do we have here with these angel messages? Give without expectation. Have an attitude of gratitude. Take responsibilities for your actions. So Gemini, if you move too fast on something, or you spoke too soon, or you did too much too soon, Gemini, own that shit. Like, I'll use this as an example. Let's say, Gemini, you were very selfless and giving and loving and whatever to somebody who did not deserve it. But you didn't find out until later on down the line that they want shit for real. The whole time, because you were ignoring your intuition, you didn't see that this person was showing you these qualities a long time ago. And so then now that you done gave certain things, or you done found yourself having to be in the space of rebuilding, whatever the case is, now it's like, oh, they did this, they did that. Yeah, but at the same time, what part did you play? I'm just using this as an example. If it don't apply, let it fly. But what I'm saying, I'm using it as an example to say, like, what part did you play? Did you allow certain things? Did you give certain passes? Did you ignore your intuition, your gut, whatever? Like, what part? You get what I'm saying? That shadow work, like I was talking about. The next two starseed oracles that I have here for you, Gemini, it says, weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. You're being told multiple times as far as you letting go or whatever, maybe also too letting go of certain expectations. You were told to give without expectation in your second oracle, your second angel message, excuse me, Gemini. Got cotton mouth. Your second angel message, it said to give without expectation. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. I feel like also too, Gemini, just accept people for who they are. Accept people for what they have shown you that they're going to be, who they're going to continue to be. And just say, fuck it, and move on. I got the courageous peony here. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. So also too, Gemini, you may need to come out your comfort zone. You may need to come out your hobbit hole or whatever. Maybe you need to get yourself into different spaces. If you are the type of person who is looking for a certain community of people, like-minded people, whatever, find, like, you have to frequent certain places. Let's say, you are someone who, you're spiritually inclined, or you're into poetry, or you're into just certain things that may not be with the norm. Go to bookstores, go to different poetry clubs, see if you can find open mic nights, go to, try to find, like, your community, get into certain, like, groups and things like that. I mean, shit, like, just be social, learn how to, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want to get to rambling and shit, and then we get to talk about something we ain't supposed to be talking about. All right, let's see. I actually think I want to get into the tarot here for you, Gemini. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Let's go ahead and get to it for you, Gemini. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. All right, divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Let's go ahead and get it. So the first one I got here for you, Gemini, I got the Nine of Cups. What is this? Can I get clarity on the Nine of Cups for Gemini, divine feminine, divine masculine? I got the Nine of Cups. I got the King of Swords. I got the Empress here. The Empress, and then I also got the, what's this, the Six of Cups? Yeah, so I feel like somebody is not letting feelings get in their way for some reason. I feel like also, too, somebody could have made up their mind as far as their past or their present or whatever the case is. But I feel like somebody is not allowing feelings or something like that to have some type of, like, influence on them. Like, not allowing the past. But also, too, Gemini, make sure you are aware of people's intentions before you allow them back into your space. But with this Empress here and then with this King of Swords here, too, rather you identify as a woman or a man or whatever, it does not matter. We all embody feminine and masculine energies, but I feel like there's a balance here. I feel like somebody exudes like a very calm nature, maybe physically, but mentally they have like a warrior mind. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I'll use this as an example. Let's say when somebody piss you off or they do a certain thing, you know, rather than reacting, you just stop and you have this whole scene of you just beating the shit out of them, or you just doing certain, but you don't do it though. Now it's not, I'm not saying that you're a violent person or that you seek to be violent or anything like that, but I feel like just a strong-minded individual who doesn't have to do too much. Like maybe your presence is just, I don't know, your presence is very like, I don't know, like you could like, people feel your presence, people feel when you're gone. I got the Page of Pentacles here too. Can I get clarity on this Empress, this King of Swords, and as well as this Page of Pentacles here for divine feminine, divine masculine? Gemini. Yeah, I got the Five of Swords here too. Now, this Swords energy is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I feel like also too, people like to do shady things behind money or whatever. So I feel like I said, Gemini at the beginning of the reading when I was talking about accepting people for who they are or whatever. People will throw you under the bus. People will lie. People will cheat. People will do whatever the fuck they feel like they need to do for financial gain, not realizing they can be losing the biggest, you know, support on their team. But also too, I will say this: somebody does need to let go of their pride. I'll say that. Somebody does need to let go of their pride as well. Don't burden yourself with too much either. And I feel like also too, Gemini, yeah, I got the Ace of Cups here. I feel like also too, Gemini, you are able to accomplish a lot by yourself regardless of who you have around in your life. Regardless of who sticks around, regardless of who stays, regardless of who understands. But like I said, I don't want you to overwhelm yourself, Gemini. Do not overwhelm yourself, but you are able to accomplish a lot on your own. Yeah, with this Ace of Cups here, this Ace of Swords, and also too with the Eight of Wands, I feel like when it comes down to communication with you too, Gemini, I talked about as far as your mindset, being made up or having a certain decision already decided. I don't know how to say this. I'm trying to find my words, but being set in a certain decision or whatever, I feel like when it comes down to a certain conversation or whatever, Gemini, you're not going to back down, especially if it has anything to do with feelings or accountability or whatever the case is. I got the Page of Swords here too. So I feel like Gemini, like rather, even if you felt, or even if you were put into a position to whereas you had to defend yourself or whatever the case is, but I just feel like when it comes down to communication or something like that, Gemini, you're going to have the upper hand, or you not gonna let nobody just say any damn thing. Yeah, and then I have the Fool here too. I feel like Gemini, when I talked about as far as you stepping away from old shit or the past, or not allowing feelings or certain things deter you or whatever, I feel like Gemini, as far as you starting over if you have to, don't, I'm not saying you scared of anything, but if you have to, that's fine. Rather that be starting over with a career, starting over in a new city or whatever the case is, don't worry about that. But I feel like Gemini, you might be letting go of toxicity too right now. I feel like you might be letting go of toxicity. And I feel like also too a certain conversation or maybe getting clarity on certain things would help somebody. Maybe it helped their feelings. I got the Nine of Swords. Can I get clarity on this, on the Fool and the Nine of Swords for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, Gemini? Yeah, and then I got the Queen of Cups here too. So Gemini also, when it comes down to you cutting off toxicity, um, it's like for whatever reason, Gemini, I feel like when you're around, there's not a lot of value placed on your presence with someone or something, but it's not until you leave that people feel some type of way. I got this Queen of Cups here, this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like Gemini, you just living your life, not bothering nobody or whatever. I feel like people, I don't know, maybe they watch your social media, or they, I don't know what, try to find a way to see you or be around you or want to talk to you, Gemini, or whatever the case is. But I feel it's like, I feel like Gemini, people get bitter when you don't fuck with them no more. I have the Star here. Somebody could also have an Aquarius placement. Can I get another one for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, Gemini? Yeah, and then I got the Five of Wands here too. So I feel like Gemini, now when I talked about as far as you doing better off on your own, or making sure you know people's intentions or whatever, Gemini, I feel like you stand out. So if you are someone who finds it hard to get into a community or find like-minded people or whatever the case is, just stay focused on yourself and those people will come. You'll naturally begin to attract those people. Just y'all vibrations alone is gonna sync up. So don't be worried about, oh well, why I can't find certain people that's into this, or it seems like people are always talking about this, but why don't they realize that? It's like, don't worry about that. Just keep adding to yourself. But I feel like when it comes down to some type of communication or something like that, I feel like Gemini, like you're not going to allow somebody to, I don't know, try to play you on some type of convo. I feel like too, maybe certain emotions or certain truths or whatever are going to come out as well to Gemini. Maybe things that should have been said a long time ago. Oh, you're absolutely welcome, love. Maybe stuff from a long time ago, but for whatever reason, Gemini, like I said, I just feel like, well, I can't say for whatever reason. You're a divine being, Gemini, but it seems like when you move along or when you start to focus on yourself, those that didn't place value on you at that time or whatever, then they want to double back or they want to see what you're doing or whatever. It's like when you're just minding your business. Like I don't get why that is. I honestly don't get why that is. But like this female who played me last year, really? See, that's strange. Like, go on, stay where you wanted to be at. You feel me? Don't come over here trying to disturb the peace. Don't come over here trying to disturb the peace. I let go, you let go. Go ahead, let's be gone now. Let's go ahead now. That shit is annoying. Like, all right, let's get some hidden truths here for Gemini. I have here, I am waiting patiently. I have, I am waiting patiently here, and then I have here too, I feel so happy with you. I'm waiting patiently. I feel so happy. I feel like sometimes too, Gemini, what makes other people happy about you may drain you the most. So I'm going to use this as an example. Let's say, Gemini, the best thing, let's say, really, you know, I don't get why people do that. People trying to do love spells on people. People trying, like, I don't get why people try to do that. Do they not understand that, you know, things come back to you and that, like, anyway. But I'm going to say it like this. So with this, I'm waiting patiently. I feel so happy with you. I said, Gemini, I feel like the things that people may love about you the most may drain you, or the things that may drain you the most. So using this as an example, as far as you, like, your personality, being funny, charismatic, whatever. People love that. But for you, it could be, it's like just exchanging that energy. It could be very draining for you. It could be tiring for you. You may not want to talk after doing all of that. You may just want to just chill, be quiet, listen to your music, whatever, or be by yourself for a second. But I feel like the things that people love the most about you, Gemini, could be really draining, even if it's in aspects of spirituality. Like if you have certain services or you do certain things or you have certain practices or whatever, I don't know. I just feel like, Gemini, what you give, it's from your, I don't know how else to explain it, damn it. I don't know how else to explain it. My bad if I sound crazy. I have here, Gemini, I miss being with you. I miss being with you. I feel so happy with you. I'm waiting patiently. I miss being with you. Also, too, Gemini, understand or realize when you've created a fucking monster, okay? So don't be, it's like, all right. I'm gonna say it like, okay, how do I want to say this? So it's like when you dealing with somebody from the past popping back in your life, right? And then it's like a text you, call you, hit you up on social media, like just different shit. You be like, what the fuck is you doing? Like what makes you think that you can fuck with me after X, Y, and Z? Well, was there ever a time that they did A, B, C, and you kept fucking with them? And then after A, B, C, they did D, E, F, and then you kept fucking with them? And then J I H I J, like they just kept doing shit. You kept fucking with them. Like, was there at a certain point in time that you were too forgiving or too passive or whatever? Like, I had this "I am recovering" here come out. Now, I told you at the beginning of the reading, Gemini, I felt like I wasn't saying it in a sense of you being broken down, but just more so being like I was saying it like as far as you building yourself back up, just that self care and you manifesting what you desire, getting more serious about maybe your spiritual journey or your finances, your livelihood, your relationships, or whatever it is, and learning how to better express your love, learning how to use your discernment, learning how to not give too much. I don't. I've been smoking. Whatever. Let me get one more for divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Let me get one more for Gemini, please. I have you didn't see my tears here. So also too, Gemini, if you are someone who bottles things up, maybe somebody didn't truly see how something affected you, how it could have affected you long term, mentally, emotionally, fucking physically, shit. Like I've been in toxic relationships that made me, I gained a whole bunch of weight. Face was all broke out. Like I was fucked up. I was fucked up for a minute, but it is what it is. I got my shit together. Let me see. I just want one more. I know I'm being greedy, but can I have one more here for Gemini, please? Divine feminine, divine masculine. I want you so badly. Yeah, Gemini. So people realize too, like when people are desperate, some people will go to extreme lengths to try to get you back, to try to keep people away from you, to try to manipulate your life, whether it be your financial or your relationships or whatever. People will go to any like to the ends of the earth to feel like to get what they feel like is theirs or what belongs to them. Sometimes people sometimes people seek ownership more than they do love or companionship or a partner. Like I don't know how else to explain. I'm gonna say it like that. A lot of times people are looking for, they're either looking for a parent or they are looking for control, something to control because maybe they don't have control over their own life. Or maybe, they are missing some form of protection or nurturing that they were supposed to get from their mother or father. I mean, it's levels to this shit. But let's go ahead, Gemini. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. So make sure you're using your discernment to see what you're being like. Is like, are you dealing with somebody because okay, we're gonna add to each other, or are you being used to fill a void? Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini, and make sure that you're not using anyone like to fill a void. I feel like that's what she's doing too. Yeah. So Gemini, I have here just me, myself, and my bag. Just me, myself, and my bag. Gemini, I feel like you're just focused on your abundance, and I feel like you're focused on your life or your livelihood, Gemini. And I feel like also too, Gemini, like you would really like to be left the fuck alone with the bullshit. I feel like Gemini, you're focused on keeping the peace or keeping your sacred space peaceful, manifesting whatever it is that you desire, creating things, whatever it is that fits you. But Gemini, I really feel like you do not want to be bothered with the bullshit. I feel like you would rather, look, you can delete me, whatever, but just leave me alone. Like, I don't know, Gemini, I just feel like a peace of mind means a lot to you. Rather be you working on that or gaining that or already moving in that and you keeping that. Let me keep going, Gemini. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Yeah, and then I got black magic here. I talked about Gemini as far as people willing to do anything especially if y'all are a like-minded type of people. Y'all both spiritual, y'all both come from certain lineages, whatever, y'all do certain things, people will go there. So if you are somebody that think that it's cool to do work against somebody else or try to whatever, it's especially without their permission, or especially for selfish reasons or whatever, if you do work with ill intentions, please understand that it will come back on you. All right, you cannot just think um that you can just put work on people or do certain things and think that people aren't loved in other realms either. You don't think people got ancestors and angels and divine sources or divine, you don't think that, like you don't think that people, you don't get that. But I mean, it is what it is. To each their own. To each their own. It is what it is. It's gonna come back to you. I have just me, myself, in my bag, black magic, and then I also have lazy here. I have lazy. Can I get one more here for Gemini? Yeah, rather than somebody actually changing, they would rather try the desperate route out or whatever it is. But rather than actually trying to change or put in real work, just me, myself, and my bag, black magic, lazy. Let me get one more here for divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Yeah, I have mind your business here. I told you, Gemini, I just felt like you don't want to be bothered with the BS. You don't. But also, too, as far as other people meddling in your life, wanting to know who you dating, where you going, where you was out with, why did you say this, where is this coming from, all of that stuff, like, just people needing to mind their business. It's like, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Like, it's like, it is what it is. I'm not understand. I'm not getting it. It's not going to work. So it's like, even if you wanted to, pray or do certain, like, whatever it is that you practice, whether it be religiously or spiritually, but it's not going to work. The intentions are ill, and if it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be. People need to realize that if certain shit is supposed to happen, y'all spend a block on each other. You can't just do that. You cannot just do that. I know that there's some protection prayers in the book of Psalms, if you want to, if you really want to look for something to specifically read or something. I'm sure there's other things too, but I'm just telling you what I know about. Can I get some goddess oracles here, please, for divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini? This mind your business here. I miss being with you. The two that I have here, I have Satira Brazen, and then I also have Mama Jumbo Shine. I have Brazen, and then I have Shine. You were told here, too, with your Starseed oracles. What did it say? You were told to let yourself be seen, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen, the courageous peony. Yeah, Gemini, I think you need to put yourself like out there in some type of way. Rather you have a certain kind of hustle or business, or rather you be looking to date or have a certain thing or whatever. Gemini, I feel like you're a master manifestor. You were told this multiple times, or you're in the spirit of manifesting or just getting what you want out of this life. But whatever the case is, I feel like, Gemini, you need to put yourself out there a little bit more. Like, maybe you need to, I don't know, go to different places or have different conversations. Or also, too, I mean, shit, maybe you need to clean out your phone, too. Get rid of phone numbers from people that you ain't talked to in a minute, or people that you don't really too much, like, care for, whatever the case is. But Gemini, like, just completely being yourself. Going against, like, how I want to say, it's like, going against what the norm may be as well, maybe what other people may have expected you to do too, Gemini. So Gemini, if you were, like, I'm gonna use this as an example. Let's say in the past you could have fallen underneath the umbrella of gullible. All right, Let's say you could have fallen underneath that umbrella a little bit. If that was the case, it's like learning your lesson. Learning your lesson, moving on, doing better. Mama Jumbo shines the tower brazen. Sometimes I feel like, Gemini, some people expect for you to stay in certain situations or positions. Maybe I'm using that word gullible. I'm not saying that you are, but if you ever did, like, maybe sometimes, like, it's like it could be shocking when you start to choose yourself, Gemini. But I do feel like people be in your business or watching you from afar, or they want to know what you got going on. And I feel like when it comes down to a conversation as well, if somebody don't want to hear the truth from you, Gemini, they need to just leave you alone. Because I don't feel like you're going to back down either. I feel like you're going to defend yourself as well, too. I feel like somebody's going to defend themselves. Yeah, this King of Swords here, the Empress here, and then as well as with this Six of Cups here too. I feel like the past, even if someone likes to try to use that or wants to use that as leverage for why you should deal with them or fuck with them or spend time with them or whatever, again, Gemini, you're not going to allow it to. I talked about too, as far as people being shady or doing weird shit for money, or how they have no problem with throwing you under the bus to just make them look better, period. I feel like too, Gemini, a lot of the times the people that you help or give a lot of help to, when they get up or they get back straight, they don't help you either, or they don't help you back, or it might be hard for you to get back what you gave out in some type of way. Something about motherhood in here, being nurturing. But this community here and this magician, Gemini, you need to stop giving so much of your valuable time away. Or you need to stop giving so much of your gem. I always tell y'all that. I always tell y'all that. And y'all be out here fucking with cubic zirconium and shit. You a motherfucking diamond. You a precious gem. And your ass be out here dealing with and involving yourself in cubic zirconium conversations and shit. Motherfucking nickel and shit. No, like, absolutely the fuck not. You have here, it is safe to let go. You are surrounded by love. Breathe love into your life. Remind yourself to breathe. Ground yourself too, Gemini. Rather, you want to do that with music, prayer, meditation, whatever suits you. See with your heart, the time is now to hear the message. Connect with your higher self. Connect with the source, God, whatever label that you put. I don't care what you, I don't care. But stay the course here. You are moving in the right direction. Even if, I told you at the beginning of the reading, even if that direction seems lonely, even if it seems a little bit confusing, even if it's outside of your comfort zone, believe in your journey and trust your journey. But I feel like somebody is protecting their heart here. You two are told here too to take responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility for your actions. Give without expectations. I told you, somebody needs to realize too, maybe it's saying like where they fuck themselves up. Where do you play a part in you being fucked up? Have an attitude of gratitude. Appreciate those lessons. You ain't take no law. Appreciate those lessons. Now you know what to look for. Now you know how to move better. Let me get some closing affirmations here for you, Gemini. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Gemini. Let's see. Can I get a few here for Gemini? Some closing affirmations. The first one that you have here is habit. It says, it is often said that the secret to our success is hidden within our daily routines. For all big things are really just the sum of a million little things, done consistently, done diligently, over time. And how beautiful is it to know that we have the power to create our reality one short day at a time. It says one simple choice at a time, one sweet thought at a time. So tell me now, can you see how your habits are creating your reality today? What decisions what was that angel message? Take responsibility for your actions. I talked about too, as far as the things that you do and the things that you don't do as well. Whether that be loving yourself, or whether that be being consistent on your dreams, or whatever it is that you say that you could want. Taking accountability for what you do and what you don't do. The last one that I have here, it says leap, Gemini. Leap. You were told here that it's safe to let go and you are surrounded by love in your starry oracle. Let's see what this last one say. Leap says that it can be scary to allow yourself to embark upon change. The depths of the unknown can seem so treacherous when we stare into them, safely perched in the clouds of our comfort zones. Alas, the irony of finding little to no real peace, little to no real growth in these misleadingly comfortable realms. So take the leap, make the change. You are guided beyond measure. You are supported without question. You must be the first to go. You must jump first and allow the universe to catch you. Gemini, you were told here, what did it say? It's safe to let go. Why? Because you are surrounded by love, Gemini. You are taken care of. Regardless of who shows you love or protection in this life, please understand that you are a part of a divine source who loves you. So don't place a lot of value or don't care too much about what man does and does not give you. You need to pay attention to what God has given you and what God continues to give you and what you're able to give yourself as being a spark from that source. I'm going to leave it there. I love you so much, Gemini. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this reading. Follow no man for his journey is not your own. And I love y'all as is. And y'all will love yourselves the same. And I'll see y'all in the next reading. Mwah. Bye, y'all. Love you.